Hey, I'm Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hajime!
It was my rest week last week.
I love rest week!
The rest week didn't really feel much like a rest week because I pole vaulted at the U of M Saturday before, then I went to the pool Sunday and coached on Sunday. I vaulted on Monday. And that was a little too close. I didn't have enough rest between vaulting and vaulting again.
We'll see. I don't know. It's just, I can't do it. That's what I figured out.
This was a much needed rest week. Here's a funny story. I was editing my vlog last week, and I took a picture out of the vlog and sent it to Caroline. And apparently, while she was in parent-teacher conferences, she opened the email that I sent her with this picture, and she started busting out laughing hysterically. And everyone was staring at her. And it was this picture right here. So, vaulting on Monday, I felt flat, I felt sore, I did not really feel like pole vaulting that day, I felt like taking a nap. I didn't get a lot accomplished technique-wise, which sucks. It's the technical things that are going to make me jump higher. And I couldn't work on my turn very well because I couldn't even get down the runway.
Without feeling like I had sandbags on my legs.
I left frustrated again. I left the practice frustrated.
Well, that sucked. I need at least 48 hours in between vaulting at a meet and practice. So I feel like I didn't get anything accomplished. And my weaknesses is my technique. So if I can't fix my technique, I'm not working on my weakness and I'm not getting any better. So, lesson learned. Take more time in between so I can get a quality day, not just reps of ugly jumps. Lesson learned.
And then I watched these videos. I was jumping like 17 feet, or 16.9 to 17 feet from 6 lefts while feeling crappy. So, I don't know. You have to stay positive or else pole vault is going to eat you alive because you always end on a miss. So you always end with failure and somehow you got to find a way to stay positive and look at the good things that happen. So the good things that happened where I was feeling like crap and I could still jump 17 feet with a short approach. So that's pretty cool. But I learned that I need to take more time in between jumps, and that in between jump days, and that is huge. So that's probably the biggest thing I took from that day. My rest weeks, I don't usually do too much. I rest, let my mind kind of stop stressing about stuff and chill and not really do much. On Tuesday, I didn't do anything. On Wednesday, I went to the zoo, and there's a lot of zoo
point it
footage,
right at her, okay?
So I will talk more about the zoo later.
In my random footage stuff.
I know it's not ideal to just do pretty much nothing during your rest week, but I have found that when I try and do anything, I end up doing too much, and then I don't end up resting anyways. I just know me too well. I've made that mistake too many times to fall for it again.
Not gonna fall for it again.
So I took it easy, and usually when I do that, I feel great. I feel peppy and good, and I feel like I'm ready to roll.
The thing is, though, I wasn't feeling any better.
But yeah, I still felt like I needed a nap, and I still can't figure out what it is, whether I'm just not taking enough, there's not enough rest days in my training. There's no day to like recover during my week. For me, writing my training standpoint, that's what I'm trying to focus on. Is trying to figure out
Why I'm still feeling tired and flat.
I went to the meet at Mankato State University. I think it's Mankato State.
Minnesota State, Mankato? I don't know. It's just, I can't do it. That's what I figured out.
Something like that. And I just was like tired and flat. I don't know if you've ever had that hazy feeling in some fog and you can't get it to lift. And that's how I felt the whole meet. I tried to warm up, do some run-throughs, and I couldn't even, I had this pole in my hand and I looked at it and it was just like,
What is this in my hand?
I was just flabbergasted. And I never even used that word.
Flabbergasted.
But I just did right now because that's what I was feeling. And I couldn't figure it out. But Caroline looked excited. She was just like,
You're 2 feet under on your mid. Move back.
so I moved back. Ran through again. She's
Like you're still a foot under on your mid.
move back again. So I kept moving back. By the end of the warm-ups, my step moved back 2 feet. So then I had to wait like an hour and a half to jump, and I was still thinking to myself,
I hope this works because I didn't take any up, and why is my step back 2 feet? This is ridiculous.
but the meet started, then the bar went up at 520. I grabbed the pole I usually use to make 520, which is the 16.0. I'm pretty good under pressure. Like, if there's some pressure, I usually rise to the challenge. I did. I took it up and whoop, just flew over 520. That was great. I trust my run now. I know I can do it. Instead of going to 535 like we had been, we went to 540. Made that on my second attempt. Still on the littles, on that 16.0, which I should have been on a bigger pole right away, but since warm-ups went so bad, I didn't really trust myself. Yeah, I don't think I can jump any higher on that 16.0. I think I maxed out at 540. Yeah, I mean, that's an indoor PR for me again, so I was pretty pumped about that. And then we went up a pole, and I had one really super shot at 550 again. .550's killing me, so I don't think I'm going to jump at 550 anymore. Caroline made the suggestion that next week I jump at 551.
I kind of like that idea. Sounds cooler anyways, and it's a little higher. Because 550 just isn't working out for me right now.
So yeah, it was a good meet. So I was running faster than I ever have, and my steps moved back. Made that 15.5 flex UCS Spirit feel like a noodle. Had the standards deeper than they ever have on that pole, but yet still felt flat and tired.
I can't wait till I'm feeling good and running that fast. That's going to be a dangerous mix.
Like always, please subscribe and share these with your friends and leave comments because I like answering them. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Boop. I went to the zoo with Carrie and Madison Madison is Carrie's niece. And like, I've been to the zoo 1,000 times, and it doesn't really get me excited anymore. But when a little kid goes to the zoo and everything's brand new and exciting, it's just fun. A couple Maddie stories. We were in the car, and we were ready to go into the zoo, and I kept asking her if she was excited to go to the zoo.
Say, I'm at the zoo!
And she was like amazed by the GoPro. She just kept looking at it, like, what's going on there? And then, out of nowhere, it started.
Maddie, where are we?
Where are we right now?
Hey, Daddy.
She called me Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
And I was like, no!
Nope, wrong-o. Not even close. Not your dad.
Hi, Daddy.
I'm Shawn. But the whole rest of the day, she called me Daddy. And I felt awkward every single time. It made Carrie laugh a lot, and we were getting weird looks from strangers like,
Oh, look at that cute young couple with their child.
Maddie meltdowns are funny. Carrie yelled at her for something, like she threw something, and she just turned to liquid. I don't know how else to describe it. She just went. She sank down to the ground, like all of her bones just turned to liquid. That's all I can. That's the only way I can describe it.
Maddie, no. Madison.
And her head went down, and then she folded in half, like her head was resting on her knees. Nothing cheered her up, and then I gave her the GoPro, and she was good to go. So, go figure. She loves filming. She's a future vlogger. Oh, while we were at the zoo, I had my GoPro, obviously. Carrie thought I was going to get kicked out.
No.
I won't get in trouble.
Daddy.
Oh, can I see it?
And I thought I was going to get kicked out too, but I put on the waterproof housing, pulled the little stick thing out, and I shoved it into the aquarium. And as I shoved it in there, this this big pufferfish comes out and just stares right at the camera. Just looked right at it. Felt like someone was gonna come out and just yell at me for sticking weird things in the expensive millions of dollar aquarium tank at the Minnesota Zoo. But I'm gonna do that again next time I go to the zoo. I'm gonna throw all sorts of GoPros in there. It'll be glorious.
Whee!